This is your daily market review for Tuesday, April 1st, 2025. Let's go! Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your daily market review for Tuesday, April 1st, 2025. Hopefully you're doing great. Again, we talked about the market trap yesterday, potential more up, but we also talked about today would probably be choppy, even though it's bullish on the Stock Traders Almanac. Not surprised after a big down move that reversed, that there might be some sellers today, maybe even tomorrow too. But remember, new money, new quarter, new month. Do not be surprised. Again, if you follow the channel, we talked about the first 10 days of April, seasonality-wise, is typically bullish, and it looks like Trump is observing what's going on in the market. Whether you agree with the guy or not, he's going to try to manipulate the markets with his words, potentially. I mean, all presidents have done this at some point, but we know the game here. And again, tariffs, what do you believe of them? What's going to happen? Again, I'm not going to sit here and try to predict the unknown, but I do know when the market holds certain levels and acts certain ways, the probabilities, not certainties, the probabilities move in your favor to play certain types of trades. And we talked about that there were some up trades coming potentially the first 10 business days of April. If you're curious how we know this, why we do this, again, check out the Discord room, link description below. We'd love to chat. Use the Calendly link. Let's connect. Let me know how I can help with your trading. Want to get educated. Questions about the markets. You're looking to buy, sell, invest in real estate, and you don't reach out, no problem. I know a lot of folks who do, and they've had great success. Again, you get two agents for the price of one. My goal is when we work together, I refer you out, I will be working with you on the during the process as well. It's not a buy or sell thing. So you get someone you potentially trust, as well as another great agent in your local market, whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate. We'd love to help out. Also follow on Twitter, posting tons of trades, ideas, and thoughts. Let me know I can help there. And also too, if you'd like to be involved, hit the like button, subscribe, notifications, bell, ding, 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 ding. Leave a comment below. I'd appreciate it. Again, check out the education series. There's so many videos everywhere. And if you'd like to donate, again, hit the thanks button. And also, again, the links for Venmo and PayPal are in the description below. So let me know I can help. Fear and greed index. This is another reason why we talked about you got to be careful being super greedy down here, because the fear and greed index is still at 19, guys. This is still pretty fearful. Now, a lot of people don't really pay attention to this, but again, as a contrarian by nature, when you're extreme greed, extreme fear, you got to kind of look to the other side. Not to say that market can't go lower or higher in these conditions, but the risk reward is not really in your favor, in my opinion. Again, it's a probability-based game, not showing you the probability. I guess the word's not showing. It's just not putting them in your favor, right? It's like a team winning 10 games in a row and going, well, they're going to live in the 11th and the 12th and the 13th. Could they? Yes, but do you want to necessarily continue betting like they could? Would you take the profits? Typically, that's what you should do. All right, so again, we know the Fed meeting coming up May 7th, 2025. It's still around 15%. Again, no likelihood of a rate cut. Bitcoin, as I've talked about many times, I don't trust it at all. It's going to trade the way it's going to trade. You need to get over 90,000 plus to be, in my opinion, bullish. And you need to, again, I feel like at some point we test 70,000, and that would be, to me, the best time to buy it down here, or a breakout. I don't want to play this in-between pattern. A lot of people get butt hurt that, again, it's not gold, metals, other names have been doing better. And again, I know Bitcoin it's just like gold bugs, like Bitcoin bros. Just be careful. Trade the market. Oil, not surprised, near term, up near the next resistance. We talked about chopping a little bit, and then guess what? Boom, here you are. I personally don't have any oil trades right now. I'm watching for some in time. I do like the idea, but I'm going to be patient because I see some other names potentially have better setups, and the setups will play out how they will. Natural gas got punked a little bit today. I think the UNG was down, 91 cents? May have had a dividend today, but we'll keep an eye on it. Again, I like natural gas on pullbacks. Like I'm very clear about that. I don't know if I would chase it up here, which I wouldn't personally, but I think in time and with pullbacks, you'll be fine. Dollar seems to be getting a little comfy around here. Keep an eye on it. Again, I personally don't really trade the dollar. I just watch for dollar volatility. Bonds, we talked about rates going lower, potentially after this gap up. Let me just remind you, like, this is a professional gap, continuation move, big one, and you got it. You got continuation. So now watch the 200-day up near 92 and change. VIX, we talked about, right? Like, plus it held the 200-day, bounced. All right, now you're up here. Keep an eye on it. 20-day, looks like this 2170. If that fails, I think you can expect lower prices in the VIX, and the market could probably rally for a couple days, like a week or two. That's my point. The VIX, same thing, got the bounce. I'd be watching for retest around 81. Keep it simple, stupid. Again, I'm not bullish long term. I'm just bullish on this next trade. And then again, the next trade, I will observe what's best and move through it, move with it, and go next. Make simple, keep it simple. SPY, keep an eye on this one, right? We talked about it. Pulling back today would be dips. You bottom, you did good. You done did good. You're welcome. Now again, going into tomorrow, I mean, could we bounce up against a 20-day and chop around? Anything's possible. Again, you have Tesla delivery numbers. You're starting like getting closer to earnings. Again, when you take out the lows, you rally back. You got to be on red alert. That's all. Keep it simple, stupid. Qs have been lagging. Right? We've talked about this because semis I don't think are worth a shit, in my opinion. And if you're owning NVDA or these semiconductor companies, I think you're going to have a problem. Not that they're going to go out of business, but I think the competition and pricing is going to get way worse in time. Oversupply is coming. And so again, but that doesn't mean all the Qs are everything in the Qs are going to be down. But here's the same thing. You broke below, you rally back. Now, again, this has to put, again, on big volume, this has to put bears in red alert. Could we squeeze tomorrow? That's the question. IWM, again, new money, new month. Go check out the Stock Traders Almanac. Second is typically bullish as well. IWM, again, made new lows, coming back. We'll be watching what happens down here. And then the 200 area. DIA has had a really nice bounce back. Keep an eye on it, right? It had higher lows. Gold, again, I'm not a bull going into the second quarter. That's just never been my thing. I've always struggled to trade gold or the metals miners in the second quarter because it's seasonally not great. We talked about it rallying into end the quarter. Today's action, huge volume at the highs. Be careful. Again, silver, I would trust gold. If silver was breaking out, right? Miners, the last couple of days, not looking so hot, right? A lot of doji and choppy action. We'll see. Again, I'm not sitting here selling you to short it, but I don't think there's much upside near term going into the second quarter. Worst case scenario, we just chop around. I don't want to play around with chop. If I think chop's coming, I'm getting the heck out and looking for other opportunities. AM, the leader, has been holding up really well. AG shows me that there's no real confidence in it, right? Newmont, chopping up near the range highs. They all look very similar. PAAS seems to be holding better than some others, but again, in the chop zone, just be careful. Taiwan Semi, again, we talked about these names. Even though I don't like them, due to bounce, there you go. Bounce, right? Worst chop. Keep an eye on it. Micron, same thing, gets down to the range lows. You can play this trade very cleanly, very easily, right? If you play the range, it seems to be the 200-day is the upside bound. There you go. Keep it simple, stupid. AMD, again, I think this one is more oversold than some of these other names, so I wouldn't be surprised if it needs to get up to the 100-day. Yeah, higher lows. Again, this could track into, remember, NVIDIA has earnings in May, and what if that's all it is? It's just, okay, here you go. Retest the lows, and you chop around until May. I'm not saying I think for sure it's going to happen on these, but again, if you're short these, you have to layer in and layer out. Remember, shorting is a trade. It's not an investment. Now, again, unless you think these guys are going broke, which I don't think they will, this could be a choppy, sloppy pattern. That's why I'm I don't really trust them. SMCI, again, we talked about this name having issues. I don't know. Your guess is good as mine. Intel, again, I don't trust Intel with a 10-foot pole. I know their CEO's leaving. Whatever. This one's a tough one, man. Again, I wouldn't touch this thing. It's between ranges. AVGO, talked about Apple pulling their contract to new lows. Keep an eye on it. SMH said it's due to bounce. Man, baby bounces, that's fine. Still a bounce. Keep an eye on it. Again, maybe these things lag. This is what could happen. Money doesn't... Write this in your notes and ingrain this in your brain. Money is not destroyed. It just rotates. And that's where I'm anticipating rotation into more commodity names. Adobe seems to be retesting the range lows if you want to play it. There's a clear fucking trade there at 375. Apple seems to be holding up pretty well, right? Tough to really trust the market tanking if Apple's holding up. Amazon, this one took out range lows and came right back. Again, a lot of these look like bear traps. Meta, keep an eye on this one, right? It needs to clear back into this 590, 600 range. This thing could rip back to 623 easily. CRM, another one, again, that just gotten smushed due to bounce. Guggenheim, I didn't see this one getting so slammer jammered, but again, guess what? You fill the gap down here. Okay, due to bounce, easy trade. Microsoft seems to be chopping around, right? Made new lows, bounce back. Again, nothing goes down in a straight line. Again, I don't trust semiconductors and some of the big tech names. NDAQ, again, I've been on record saying that I think this exchange is going to suffer because, again, they going to be trading stocks that have lesser volume over time. MicroStrategy, this one's a tough one. In between Trade. I mean, you got to get over like 340 and you need to hold a 200-day. Just keep playing that game. Netflix, we talked about it ripping back to this like shoulder line here around like 1,000, holding the 100-day, watching it again. These got earnings coming up. Roblox, just be prepared. Shorts might have to cover into earnings if tariff info gets, I don't know, not as bad near term. Again, that's the hardest thing here. Like, I don't see extended downside. Roblox, again, not forever, but just near term. I don't see the downside. And again, I could be wrong. Pan W, this one's interesting, right? I really should be buying this down here. I like cybersecurity names, but I am trading Tesla pretty darn heavy. And I like this one. I know they have their numbers tomorrow. We talked about it due to bounce, right? Like it's not rocket science. China numbers were great. Spain numbers were great. We'll see what happens here. I mean, this thing has been eviscerated. I like the idea of, again, if you do the ABC completed move, we take you to 309. Now, if we break the downtrend with volume, man, this could like get shorts really squeezing. And here's the hard thing, right? I don't know who's buying down here. Everyone's saying the retail's buying down here. But dude, there's huge volume down here. Coming off the lows, like the last time you saw that, pretty reminiscent of this. Big move. We'll see what happens here. Again, just looking for repeating patterns. Can't duplicate and say this is the same. This is pre-election. That's a post-election with everything that we know. Again, would you be surprised if we got back up, though, to 360? 100-day? I don't know. 100-day has typically been pretty important for this name. So, like, zoom out. You can see it there. See it bounce there and then failed. Right? 100-day, 100-day, 100-day. You get my point. Just don't overthink it. Don't overthink it, right? We start rallying, manage your positions, trade around it. More you're up, less you own. But I would not be surprised if the 100-day comes at some point this quarter. Dow, name we bought yesterday, holding trend line lows. Again, I like these names down here. Oh, sorry, let me go back. Let me keep the order. Palantir, I'll go back to that one. Chopping around, watching the 100-day. Insight is another one I think that gets bought out in time. Chopping around, right? I think if you trade it, great. If you want to own it and stuff it in your portfolio, I don't think it's going to be a problem. HIMS, again, we talked about this one getting slaughtered and bulls just never ending. Okay, cool. Finally getting some buys down here, I guess. Again, this is the only thing is this feels like a big consolidation pattern it's going to follow. I don't necessarily think it's making new highs anytime soon. BABA, chopping around, holding the 130s. McDonald's, seems like it wants to break out. Chopping around. Starbucks, right? Like we wanted to short this at 118, didn't. Now we're getting the bounces and chop. I don't really have much on it. Again, the risk reward is not worth shorting. And going long, I don't really trust it either. So I'm just going to leave it be. Airbnb, making new lows, chopping around, bouncing now here. Is this a little bull move coming? Could be just a bounce, small bounce. Coin. Yeah, this one broke the trend line. I don't trust it now. I can't do anything about it. DKNG said this is due to bounce, but it just seems to be making lower lows. I went on record saying I think this thing is going to have problems. I honestly thought we'd get back down here on this move. We got this fake rally. That's a tough one. That's sneaky. Costco, again, getting the bounce after being oversold. Not surprised. Yesterday's candle had a wild wick. I don't really know how high it could bounce. I mean, I'd be curious if we saw the 1,000 area. That to me would be interesting because it could be a head and shoulders. Federal Express, again, we talked about things that made the market not look so bad. I mean, it gapped down on earnings and rallied back, so watch the 20-day. XLF, again, I took off JP Morgan puts yesterday because I was like, this is not really acting well. Like, I want to see the XLF getting burned. It rallied back. Hood's been holding up pretty darn well. Can't really say much about that. Looks like a higher low. JP Morgan, same kind of thing, right? Like, I'm sitting here like, all right, I closed out like half of my puts, and then I'm like, what? Well, hold on. We're not even close. And you're going into earnings. Not to say this couldn't get lower. I was just like, you know what? I'll just move in my money into some other things. Again, Morgan Stanley. Again, I don't trust financials, but seems to be holding the 200-day. But they have earnings coming up, and I don't really want to play the guessing game. Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, double bottoming potentially. Again, you want to trade the 200-day? Keep it simple, stupid. KRE, we talked about this one chopping around, right? Making higher lows. Keep an eye on it. XBI. Here's another one that man, it's getting, dude, it looks like this is getting punished right at the time where I think it might be time. Right? We know that RFK is going to start cutting, or they're talking about cutting ads for pharma. Like, this is getting pretty extreme. We'll see. I mean, especially when you go, all right, 105 down to 78, and then you have this 89 to 78. Again, I'm not going to say go out and catch the falling knife, but I would put this on your radar if you think there's some trade here, in my opinion. Jets, Benny and the Jets, Doji. Again, I don't trust these. Airlines. I don't care. But I'm watching housing. This looks like lower highs. Sorry, lower lows followed up by a breakback in. I'd be watching to see if we can make higher highs off the lows. Sorry, it's too many word scramble. Commodity names, again, bought Dow yesterday, bought a little bit today. Watching down here, again, I think this thing's been eviscerated. Makes sense to bounce. I mean, sorry, let me look at it. I mean, again, and this is what we talked about. It's all right, I just get better about this, right? Like, this is a really steep angle. Look at, and I know people don't always watch volume, but this is very capitulatory. Just saying. Not again, I don't know if tomorrow it's going to rally, but something's going on here, in my opinion. CE is another one that makes sense to me. Look at the volume now. Come on, Dan. Come on, Dan. You can do it. Volume down here after getting eviscerated. See what I'm talking about? Caterpillar, we talked about this, like holding this 320 area. Keep an eye on it. DE, this one's been on fire. I mean, dude, this has been a boss. I just don't know if I want to chase it up here. Nucor we like down here, right? They're just going to rally all through them. Makes sense. X, I'm not really longing or shorting because I think they got premiums already built in. IILN, this is interesting, right? Like a head and shoulders bottom, watching 26s. VALE feels like it's going to staging to break the 200-day. Keep an eye on it. Arrow, I like Junior Copper was buying down here. Makes sense to me. Maybe a higher low. Again, look at the, I don't know why I haven't saved this, but look at the volumes down here at the range lows after you've gotten more than cut in half. I like junior names in a bull cycle. Double top, double bottom, big ass trading range. I don't know why you wouldn't take a stab here. Put it in your pocket, see what happens. FQLF, this one fake broke out and then had a nice rally the last 2 days. Keep an eye on this one because this thing could cook. SCCO, I know people who are playing. It's copper names, higher lows. I mean, this is where we're seeing. This is why I trust Arrow should be all right. If all these names, FCX, make higher lows. URNG is buying more of this today. I like this zoom out. Like, we're at the IPO lows. Again, I don't know for sure if we're going anywhere, but I like the reference. CCJ, same thing at 40. Makes sense. 40 area, worth a watch. CF, right? Chopping around. Keep an eye on this stuff, right? Keep an eye on it. I mean, I said the other day, I think I missed it. Feeling more like I missed it. But again, this is why like the commodities are about to get the rally and bunk geek again. Mosaic, watching this 200-day area again. If we break that downtrend, you can also play the up, or you can start buying, thinking this is going to stage along the upper bound, in my opinion. It should, high and tight would be bullish as well. Ooh, SQM, look at that. Pop, pullback, looks pretty solid. NTR for, I mean, all these names, I mean, they look like they're due to bounce. AA, Aeron, again, we like aluminum here. Oversold, keep an eye on it. Calu, especially, like blowing out. I would like to see higher volume, but this is a huge consolidation pattern and cut in half. And then when you zoom out even further, right, you're like, this is basically the low end. I mean, this is where you go. Well, again, I can't pick bottoms with certainty, but is the risk reward getting, dang it, getting pretty damn awesome down here? Right? I think so. Just keep an eye on it. MP, this one's been holding up pretty well. So it's probably going to lead up. Keep an eye on this one, right? Seems to be holding the 50-day. I just don't want to chase things that are up too high yet because I don't know if I trust them. Cliff is another one down here that looks interesting. Again, solar, I said this the other day. I like some of these solar names. TAN, I'm watching this for like oversoldness, right? Again, I don't know if I really trust any of them too much too long, but again, you have reference points. HYG, again, corporate debt. I think you got to be high in your mind about corporate debt, but doesn't mean it can't chop around. We talked about oil, hitting some upsides, being pretty, again, USO is hard because it decays. UNG, same kind of thing, pulls back, right? I'd like KOLD at short. I mean, again, I don't know what the right price is. This thing's such a decaying dog shit piece of product. I don't know. If you got low 30s, that'd be cool. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Again, we'll see when it gets there. Right? That's the hardest part. Like, we'll just see when it gets there. XOP, again, we like XOP on pullbacks. 20-day curling. This one's tough because we played the bottom here, right? We played the bottom with volume. Now what? I don't know. Again, I don't know if I'd be buying pullbacks just yet. Occidental, again, this is one we like for the long term. Seems to be holding up pretty well. If you bought it around 45, you feel pretty good. MPC, again, gasoline names chopping around. Seems okay. ExxonMobil, right? This one has been leading up. It's back at the old long-term trend line. Is it breaking out? We'll see. BP, are you with me? Right? We talked about if you bought the break of the downtrend, say the end of December, looking pretty solid. Now you're just chopping around. I don't know. Some of these I don't have a great feel for. Valero chopping around at the recent range highs. Devon Energy to me looking better, right? Held that 33 area. Apache is one we put on the radar. You could start probably buying this one on pullbacks. Lyondell base looks really interesting down here, right? Like blow off with that volume. EQT, this one's been holding up really well. Again, I'm not going to say that it can't break out, but man, it's holding up well. CVE, we like the junior ones, right? And last but not least, again, I like junior oil names. Again, if you're going to play it like the same thing, commodities, if they do to bounce, play the juniors. Don't go grandpa on me. Use your brain here. If you think there's an expanded cycle coming, then the juniors are going to catch the most bounce at some point. Not necessarily the most for sure, but definitely going to get bought out at some point. That's easy money. Flex LNG, again, I like it. I think we'll be natural gas exporters. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Always here to help. If you'd like to donate, please leave. If you'd like to donate, links in the description below. Please leave them a comment. Hit the heart button. Subscribe. I appreciate all you guys, all the love, support, generous donations. Y'all are amazing. Have a wonderful evening. Talk to you soon. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, your PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.